Northern Ireland girls bring to the court and how aggressive they can be. Like you said, for them, this is all about scoring these early points here on. It'd be nice to see what Croatia have been like. Their men, I believe, played at Central European champs.
They did, and that's an early hit there from the Croatia side. Good arm to take out Lee, number 25.
So Croatia themselves, they have a handballing background, because that's normally where a lot of dodgeball players start. Do they have some sort of background in other throwing sports, should we say?
I think any sort of background in any sport gives you an advantage on dodgeball. It has so many attributes to it. You've got to be quick, dynamic, need to be able to have a good throw on you, and good catching. So you can take a lot of disciplined sports across into dodgeball. So, but handball is primarily the one that you see a lot of strong nations, that have handball as sort of their national sport. They come in and they do very well with it. Croatia having handball for that, we've seen them do well from an early stage. And by the looks of things, the Croatian women actually have a very good understanding of the tactics as well.
And it definitely looks like they're not afraid to. It definitely looks like they're not afraid to be aggressive in terms of high up the court, right by the line. Unfortunately, caught out there, number 3 for Monica for Croatia. She stood on the front line, and that is a line infringement.
But there was a hit there as well, out on the side, Kirsty Key, who had to make her way to the outbox there. So the Croatian women, they do have the skill set behind them to be able to get good throws in there. And a fantastic toe shot there from number 15, Northern Ireland.
Oh, and a good little shot there. Just taking the toes back on that running counter. And there we go, Croatia 1 for 1. Maybe not the best situation early on, but they're definitely in this set.
They have been in this set all the way through, and it hasn't been quickly gotten down to this point. But 3 versus 1 can be turned around, and that's a big dodge there from the Croatian, Emo Bugonovic. That's a good hit there.
Taking out O'Duffy. Or just Duffy, should I say. So two players left now for Northern Ireland, looking to take their 2 first set points. Throwing not quite on target, but definitely together.
That's a hit there called. But that's been a good opening set from Croatia. Hopefully we'll see more of the same as the competition progresses. And I would expect to see Croatia possibly take a few points here from the Northern Ireland.
It'll be slightly a bit more tougher for them today. They've got a lot more games grouped together rather than split over the 2 days.
Unfortunately, they do, due to obviously the scheduling that we did for them. But I think they'll have the fitness to do it. If anything, it can work in their advantage because it allows them to sit in a rhythm a bit more, and you're not sitting off court. And a fantastic cross-court shot there from Smith, number 11, Northern Ireland.
The good thing about these Northern Ireland girls, they've got the quick arms from back of the court. They're not afraid to fire one early and look for that unaware player at the back of the Croatian team. Two balls dodged there by the number 6 Carolina from Croatian team.
And that's a single hit there from Smith. Goes to the catch, and able to really get her arms around that. That would have been a good 2-player switch if she was able to take that catch. And good grouping there from the Northern Irish women, eliminating.
And that's what you're always looking for a throw, especially with maybe not as experienced dodgers that jump up and down, very lateral in their dodge, but good grouping together. Takes out number 12 there on the quick running counter. So 1 against 4 now. Quick running counter. Duffy misses her running counter in return. Probably looking at getting a hit there, Scotty. That close?
Yes, I mean, when you are getting that close to players, sometimes it is just best just to take your time a little bit with it. Just set yourself, ensure you get that hit. But the number 3 Genja of Croatia, she's proving to be quite a handful here for the Northern Irish.
She's not afraid to come up close, you know?
Absolutely not, and she's dragging this set out.
Which, like we spoke about yesterday, for these new teams, they're not always looking for the quick points, they're looking for damage limitation, but the good 3-ball attack from Northern Ireland does finally take out Monica from the Croatian team.
And that's quick start there from the Northern Irish, getting the 3rd ball. Not really able to use it though. But both teams now down a player. And Smith, high pressure up the front of the court, making sure Croatia are unable to get that. But that's a line fault there.
She just ran for that middle ball then and completely unaware of the middle line. Oh, and that's a good little standing counter there. A 1-on-1 for the side, but Croatia come out on top of that, number 4.
Smith there for standing counter. Croatian women have reset for the 5. So clearly a good understanding of the rules, and that's 2 hits out there.
And there we go.
Croatia
take their first set. 2-all, close game with the experienced Northern Ireland team. Maybe a couple of mishaps along the way, catches not gone their ways, and some line faults that probably could have been avoided, Scotty.
Oh, definitely, and it's having that court awareness of where you are. I mean, we've all done it. We've all been there. We've all stepped on those lines, and it does happen. But you've got to make sure at this level, it can't be happening. At training, that's when you make those mistakes. But on the international stage, line faults is something, especially when you're just going to retrieve a ball, that's something you can't be doing.
It's nice to see that the Croatians have that tactic that Northern Ireland throw one, Croatia are ready to throw their one back. That's the good thing about a team is how many balls you're taking forward into attack.
Oh, absolutely. And there, Smith goes out with the 2-ball attack from Croatia. Croatia showing that they do have a very good understanding of the rules here and tactically of how to play the game.
Croatia, that's the good thing about every tournament, Scotty. What we talk about is a lot of these teams, when they face new opponents, they don't really know what to face. And they don't really know how to go against these teams. Carolina there just misses her attack. Unfortunately left stranded in the central zone, and she'll get hit out.
So goes to a big dodge in there. Is out the save, and she secures it. Makes a bit of a handful of it, but gets the job done nonetheless.
Yep. And a key player already that we've seen in this Croatian team is Carolina down that right side, and there we go, she's hit out by that big arm.
That duo, number 3 and the number 6, linking up together, they're proving to be quite a handful for Northern Irish. But as long as Croatia set themselves into a rhythm now, we can see them definitely look at taking another set here. And that's a good hit there from Duffy on that running counter.
And these are like 2 very experienced players within this Northern Ireland team, Duffy and Caro. She gets hit there. Unfortunately dropping down for the catch, not quite setting herself in the right position. Just getting hit on the knees as she bends down low. Very quick running counter, not afraid to throw a single ball there. Maybe Croatia should be looking, and that's a great stand in there from Carolina.
Fantastic little standing counter, which brings this match now level at 4-4.
And that's something we spoke about yesterday, Scotty, in terms of your standing counter, the best timing for it. And she's timed that perfectly. Duffy's into the throw, her body's open, nice and wide. Carolina's set herself, and she's taken that hit very well.
Absolutely, and as we said earlier, there are very, very few players that are quick enough to be able to get from that throw and into sort of a defensive position, allowing them to potentially look at taking a catch. Fortunately there, Duffy, she just hasn't had that reaction to it. But I don't think she's actually expecting a standing counter right from the wing there either. Carolina there looking not to take the catch. Haven't seen the Croatians actually be able to get their hands on a straight catch yet. Obviously they've picked up a save so far, but catches have been few and far for them at the moment.
And there's a line.
Oh,
there's a line fault there as well from Deniga.
That's Smith there capitalising on that throw.
That's it. A good throw there from Smith down the right side.
Fantastic arms. Northern Ireland really got their grasp on this set by the looks of things. Croatia seemingly just one or two mistakes and they're struggling with that. She's rolled the ball over. Obviously she's made sure it hasn't crossed over that neutral zone, otherwise she would be called out for that.
So Northern Ireland still with their 6 in. Good 2 throws, but a 1-for-1. Northern Ireland will take a 1-for-1 in this stage of the set. They're already up 6-1. 6-2 they were, but now they're up 5-1. A big lead in this set.
And that is so unlucky there not to get the hit and a catch. You've seen these Croatian women, they're not scared to go up and press high.
So a little substitution for Northern Ireland. Beth Redmond makes her way onto court for Wendy Lee.
Beth Redmond, very experienced player, currently playing in London Storm Women's. And I think she's had a good season so far in the Super League. So no doubt she will bring a nice, calm, controlled head to the Northern Irish.
Yeah,
expect to see her take a couple of catches.
Yeah, I think that's her presence that she has on court, that she's so well controlled and she's a very loud voice on court, which is always good to see from a centre player in dodgeball. You know, that person is normally the eyes and ears for the team.
Absolutely, and if you've got that loud voice in the middle, it just allows your entire team to know what is going on. You find a lot of squads, you know, they get beaten and they get broken down so easily, purely because the left-hand side doesn't communicate with the right-hand side of the court, and no one knows what they're doing.
Number 3 doesn't quite take the catch there, and Carolina doesn't take the catch either. So Northern Ireland, 2 players out from a single play.
There's the standing counter release, but Smith releases straight back at her.
And there's a 3-ball attack from Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland have started to get this game up and running now. They've started to calm themselves down. They're definitely throwing more of a majority of balls. That's a nice little tactic that we've not seen by many teams in terms of rolling a ball forward with you.
And there it is. Beth Redmond, as we said, on to take catches, and she's done exactly that. But no, as you were saying, Greg, the rolling of the ball forward, it's a bit of an odd tactic. You see some nations do it, but obviously you run the risk of it. If you lose sight of it, you can get hit out. I remember going back to playing Wales in Glasgow. Welsh player, he did the same, and I ran charge straight up at him. He obviously then didn't see I had a ball, and he panics looking for his one, and he lost sight of it, and because of that, we were then able to make a hit on him. So it is a tactic that can work for you like that. You know, it allows you to throw and then allows you to immediately have another ball to defend with. But if you lose sight of that, you can end up going out on it.
Croatia definitely still in this game. 2 sets down, but we've seen Croatia already take 2 sets in this game, and that's always the good thing coming to your first tournament. You're not always looking for majority of points, but when you're taking up 4 set points against a team like Northern Ireland, you know, it's always good to see from a team's first European champs.
Oh, absolutely. And I think as long as Croatia, I think if they can start to take catches, and that's a false start there from the middle, number 3. She went before the whistle there. But I think as long as Croatia can just settle back and maybe look at taking some of those catches, or if they just play it a bit safe and make sure they get out of the way of them, they can definitely end up taking a few more sets here and pushing Northern Ireland even further. So Smith has the ball now for Northern Ireland. Croatia have decided to leave both of the balls. Can Northern Ireland make a good opportunity here with 5 balls at the start? And that's a big dodge there from Croatia, number 6.
Yeah, Carolina, like we said, it looks like Northern Ireland are looking to take her out early because she's been such a key player in the winning sets from Croatia.
And there's that big arm, finds the toes of Beth Redmond. And a big dodge there from Carolina, getting down out of the way of Smith.
Yeah, you take out Beth Redmond there early. She's the control player in this set.
And that's a block. No, she's blocked it onto herself and she leaves court, heads to the outbox. That's a good hit there. Wong not able to get that catch in. But Kirsty Key with the counter on Carolina there.
Yep. It's a good dodge over the first one. Can't quite get the second. That's a good pressure, like you said, from Kirsty Key there. And that's a draw in that set also.
And that's half time.
So the score at the half is 9 set points to Northern Ireland, 5 set points to Croatia. Good start for Croatia so far, Scotty?
Absolutely. For them to be taking 5 points off Northern Ireland in their first European match, especially after the troubles of they've had going travelling, and that has an impact on you mentally and physically as well. So for them to come out this strong already in the opening phase against Northern Ireland, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually see Croatia maybe potentially take this match themselves. I think they would need to settle down a little bit more and look at taking those one-ball catches, but it is there. It is within their grasp for sure. But I think Northern Ireland, they do have an answer for Croatia. I think they just need to settle in a little bit, play it a little bit safer, and watch out for those strong two-ball attacks from Croatia.
And that's the thing. Northern Ireland have kind of retaliated in that sense. They started off the game very slowly. They were looking at just one-ball attacks, two-ball attacks. They sharpened up some of their throwing in terms of accuracy, and they've thrown a lot more of majority of the balls. When they've had the 4 balls, they've thrown 3. They're guaranteeing that hit every time. We said yesterday, and when a team is looking to throw, you're at least looking to take out 1 from a 4-ball attack, and they're risking those balls. Yes, it's a very risky play in terms of releasing these balls, but it's also securing the target every time.
Absolutely. And the Northern Ireland, you're seeing that well-disciplined experience that they have, and you can see tactically they understand how to play the game. But the thing is, I am very surprised with Croatia and how well they understand how to play the game tactically as well. They've definitely learned a lot from their men, obviously playing in the tournament last year. So they've taken a lot. They've definitely been doing their homework, and it's paying dividends for them.
Into the set here, I definitely think Croatia, keep their calm heads. They're definitely still in this game, like we've been speaking about. Only 2 sets behind. Definitely capable. All they've got to do is slow things down a lot. They play at their pace, and I think they'll be in good stead for the rest of this game.
We can bring you an update from Court 3, where we have England Lion Ladies versus Republic of Ireland, and the score there at the moment is currently 9-3 to England.
So we come close to the end of the 5-minute half. Both teams ready in the starting positions, ready to start this second half. It'll be nice to see how Croatia come out the blocks at the start of the second half. For them, they've got to play their game, not focus about how Northern Ireland are playing. Just play their game, and the game they've been playing so far has been pretty good in terms of...
Absolutely, and I think you can see Northern Ireland, though, they've actually made a change there. Kirsty Key has made her way off, and Suzanne Vickers has come on as a replacement. And we've also seen Lana Neal, who's come on too as well for Smith. So Northern Ireland making a couple of changes, see if they can try and extend on that lead that they've built so far.
With Croatia, Scotty, they've only got 6. Do you think that hinders their process? But good catch from Redmond there.
It can definitely hinder that process. It doesn't allow you to tactically really make a change. And you know, when you bring on one or two individuals like Northern Ireland have done there, they've brought on Beth Redmond to make catches and try and close down Croatia on the single ball throws, and they've done exactly that. Whereas with Croatia, if they then want to make a change like that, you then got to bring it down to the individual, and if your individual isn't suited to that performance, they're going to struggle.
That's a good 2-ball attack, nice and precise there from the Croatians. Only 2 players down now. Not really being a big catching side in this game just as yet.
No, not yet. I don't think they've made one save so far. They haven't really, you know, there's been chances for them to take catches, but that is...
Oh, that's a great shot on the come up there. Apologises for the headshot, but that's good awareness of where that ball is. It's right in front of both 2 players at the front of the centre court for Northern Ireland, being penalised.
And Neil and Vickers there go to pressure. That double pincer counter as well works so well. It's so effective in this game. Kolar now left with 3 balls.
And a line fault there from number 4, Kolar.
Northern Ireland take the first set in the second half. Building on that lead, that brings them to 11 points to 5.
And a full start there from Croatia. Slightly different from the British rules in terms of full starts. Normally in the British rules we have, if you stop before that ball return line, it doesn't count as a full start. In European Dodgeball Federation rules, that is any slight movement from when the whistle is called.
Absolutely, and I think that is... Personally, I do prefer the European one to the British one. From a referee's point of view, it's so much easier to ref. Let's see if Northern Ireland can actually make good use of the 5 balls this time round. And they do, taking out Genja, number 3, knowing that she's one of the bigger arms in this squad here.
Oh, and that's a good shot there from Kolar on the right side. Just as she drops, make sure she's timed her throw and she's taken a hit onto the side of the chute. And that's a dodge from 2 dodges from each side as the ball is thrown from each side twice.
And Jae Young there just finding the back of Suzanne Vickers as she goes down to dodge. She's not able to get out of the way of it.
Good standing counter, a little 2-step there, you know, not taking the full run up, but she's making sure she's put enough power in her throw that she's taken out Beth Redmond.
And Croatia find themselves in a strong position in this second set of the half. Currently 5 players on court to Northern Ireland's 3. Northern Ireland are only really left with throwers on court and not really able to sort of go for the catches, I'd say here.
Croatia definitely have a different style of tactics in terms of how many balls they prefer from their side. They could have had 4 then, but instead throw the 2 from the stand-in.
That's the thing, if you've got good standing counter players, it's something you're going to want to really fully utilise.
Good throw, not lacking any pace. And a good 1-for-1 there from Carolina at the front of the line. And like we said before, earlier on in this game, 1-for-1s when you're at 5-2 up is a good trade-off.
Timing a little bit off there from the Croatian women. Normally, that's not something we've seen from them.
From the outbox, they're being told to slow the game down.
And there's the first catch for Croatia of the match.
Yeah, Simoncic taking that catch, securing that catch, and that's nice to see as a team like that, making sure she's just utilising those single balls and taking the catch.
And Beth Redmond, that quick attack and that two-player switch right there.
Good play there from Beth Redmond, nice and tight in terms of that central ball. As soon as it's back, she takes the catch.
It was nice and controlled and composed though. She didn't at once there feel out of place. The quick attack it was on and her eyes instantly just turned to the side there to look for that catch.
And a running back block there from Genja.
And Bogdanovic there just dropping down, preempting a throw, but Northern Ireland, knowing they had 5 balls, decided to hold.
So Northern Ireland close out another set there. The score now 13-7. 3-set lead, 3-set advantage for Northern Ireland.
And a good 2-ball attack there from the Northern Irish, taking out number 4, Kohler. And there goes up, and there's the catch. Northern Ireland women not following through on that. That was probably a bit bad on their part. The ball goes up and the player's got time to look at it. You've got to be releasing that second or third ball to protect your teammate.
And there's number 4 there, sent to the outbox. Kolar, she's hit by 2 even as she goes to block high. So a 4-ball attack now from Northern Ireland. Not trading out as number 12, Jae-Jong, heads to the outbox for Croatia. Good 2-ball attack, but can't quite dodge out the way of that one. As refs just call a quick timeout there just to clarify if a catch was made there or not. The Czech Republic line refs join that as well. Lizzie will make a call. One of the centre refs here will make a call on that. rest of the players call a catch. One player comes back in, I think, as Simoncic secures that one in the end of the last set.
Croatia with the 5 balls though. This could be, I'd expect to see a hit here, especially with how strong that their throwing has been so far in this tournament. I'm a little unsure of what's been...
I think what had been made was, at the end of the last one, as one ball popped up, 2 players secured it, but where they were both fighting over who secured it, both of them have been classed out in terms of that.
And Croatia choosing to release 4 there. Beth Redmond still applying that pressure. And Carolina there and lucky to secure a catch there.
Redmond telling the team, I think that they want to take as many set points as possible, just in case that comes down, but she doesn't secure the catch. Maybe rush that there on a single ball.
That there's the end of the set with Northern Ireland securing the 2 points anyway. That extends on their lead, 15 points to 7.
Yep, slightly risky late on, maybe there from Beth Redmond going for that catch. Maybe not needed.
Not when you're 4-1 up, and you've got majority, and you would have ended up with majority possession. I think at times like that, it's just sit back and wait for it.
Yeah.
You are winning the match at the end of the day, and you don't want to risk giving away silly set points because of silly errors like that. But Beth Redmond with that counter attack, and again following on the catch. Proving to be a vital asset at the moment to the Northern Irish squad. And Kolar there taking a catch. Croatia definitely looking to be more and more comfortable at attacking these balls from a catching point of view.
Yeah, Vickers up on the pressure but decides not to throw. So Northern Ireland can instead come forward from a 2-ball and it's a 1-for-1.
Balls collide but only hits Genja in the end.
Yeah.
Suzanne Vickers managing to stay out of the way of it.
So if you are looking for the other court streams, they are on the European Dodgeball Federation Facebook page. You can also find the updated group stage games from yesterday, the scores from there also.
Suzanne Vickers with that running counter, but Kolar able to get out of the way of it. And free ball attack there from Northern Ireland, eliminating Kolar. There's that double pincer attack. Beth Redmond trying to follow through with a sneaky third one, but it was just a little too delayed. Northern Ireland taking a catch once again. There's a hit. Oh, and so close. Almost able to secure that.
Definitely a good starting game for Croatia. You know, they've shown such good promise already, considering this is their first division category in their first European Championship.
Absolutely, and to come against a strong nation such as Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, you know, a nation who outside chance of a medal for sure. For Croatia to be pushing them this close, I don't think the scoreline quite reflects how well Croatia have been playing. Each set going down to 2 to 3 players, so Croatia are playing well.
And as number 33 heads to the outbox, Croatia currently up in this set. But in the game overall, they're 17-7 down in terms of set points. Northern Ireland definitely a good team in terms of when they are down, they know how to settle and they know how to control the game.
Absolutely, and that is key to any sort of nation that plays. That if you lose your head slightly, and a fantastic catch there from Beth Redmond, just plucks it out of the air.
Definitely been a key player as soon as she came on for the Northern Irish Knights.
Absolutely. But as we were saying, any team that has that ability to calm themselves and just settle what they're doing, you know, you lose your footing a little bit, but Northern Ireland, they're able to find that reset and bring themselves straight back into it. And that is full time, with Northern Ireland taking that final set, wrapping up the match at 19-7.
Yeah, some key players there from Croatia. Number 6 on that wing, the first half. Very key in terms of making sure they were shutting down the Northern Ireland attack.
I think all the Croatian players actually had a vital role to play in that. I think we saw bits of brilliance from each and every one of them. So expecting to see Croatia do good things in years to come, but expecting to push some of the other nations as well in later matches. So,
yep.
But good opening match for us so far. Next up we have in the mixed category, Germany versus Slovenia.